Yes, Farhan. Just one follow-up with Edie's question. I'm just wondering, since Secretary General gave his statement on the polio campaign, does that mean that somehow there's principal agreement with the Israeli officials or Hamas or relative parties that the UN can do this? UN has already get the green light, given the fact that the evacuation orders repeatedly happened in Gaza. How can you assure that late August or September you can do this campaign?
At this stage, we can't confirm any agreement. What we can say is that polio, as the Secretary General told you, does not wait. We cannot wait longer for a vaccination campaign because at some point people will start being crippled or dying from polio. So that is why it's urgent that we get progress on this. The Secretary General made clear to you at the stakeout that we will need agreement from the parties on this. We are working with them on that, but it is clear that it has to happen very soon because otherwise the disease will spread. It's already been detected in wastewater. We don't want it to become too late.
But no matter what happened, this campaign will go on.
We are pushing to make sure that a campaign goes on. Obviously, we need the conditions for it to go on. We need to have the vaccines brought in. We need to have cold chain equipment so that polio vaccines don't simply overheat. We need to have the professionals be able to go in. And most importantly, we need there to be sufficient peace so that people can get vaccinated.
Which means we still need the pause.
Exactly. That's
Sounds
what
like a loop now.
This is what the Secretary General told you.
Okay.
And to quote, "It is impossible to conduct a polio vaccination campaign with war raging all over." And that is the central point of what he's saying.
Okay, one more question. On the peace talk in Doha, there's still no deal yet. We know that Iranian officials, some of them threatened that if there's no result of this peace talk, Iran might retaliate what they called what Israel did in Tehran. Any response from the Secretary General on the possible, let's say, escalation in the region?
I don't want to speculate on what may happen next, but what I do want to point out is that we have repeatedly warned against a further escalation, which would be catastrophic for the region and for all of the people in it.
Many countries, they tried to have their diplomacy on this issue. For example, French and British foreign minister, they were in Jerusalem to talk about to push the deal happen. But what the foreign minister of Israel, Mr. Katz, told people is quite worrying. He said, and I quote, "If Iran attacks, Israel expects the international coalition led by the US, Britain, and France to join Israel not only in defense, but also in attacking significant targets in Iran." What do you feel of this?
Again, as I just said, for us, the priority is to avoid any escalation, which would be catastrophic for all of the countries.